All right, let's give it a minute here and we'll get started. All right, let's give it a minute here and we'll get started. All right, let's give it a minute here and we'll get started. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. I never do lives this early, but I figured that I could reach a lot of people instead of doing late afternoon like I normally do. So I wanted to go over a little bit on the impulse scanner and news today because I've gotten several questions on trading the news. And I talked a little bit about it yesterday. So for those that are popping on for the first time, I have been a trader for 6.5 years. I will be 7 years as of November. I was making money online for like 25 years in the past 6.5 years with this amazing trading team. And we focus on 3 specific strategies, 2 of which involve this amazing impulse scanner that you see on the screen. And I'm going to go over a little bit here on what the impulse scanner does. Obviously, I have tons of content on the impulse scanner that you can scroll through or in my group. And if you decide that you're interested and you're not currently part of the team, reach me and I'll give you some more information, okay? So this is the impulse scanner, and this is a scanner designed for trend. It helps you determine trend. And anything in trading is half the battle is trend. Is it still going to go up or is it still going to go down? Or is it going to consolidate? All right. So we have this particular tool. And for those that are members of the trading team, they obviously know a lot more about it. So before you even pull this up, right, before you even pull up this chart, when you're thinking about trading, what's the first thing that you're supposed to do, right? Is what? News, of course. Okay. What is the news of the day? And we've had some news today. And so that's kind of what the question that I want to address is I got a couple of questions today on news. So I'll go over this a little bit here in a couple minutes, but I wanted to kind of pull up let's go USD CAD, okay? And the effect that news can have. Now, this does not matter what strategy, okay, whether it's the impulse scanner, the fair value gap at the impulse scanner that we do, or even smart money. We made our name on smart money. We still have a lot of folks that do smart money, but we came to the realization that we want to be able to help more folks, and the smart money journey can take a little bit longer, right? There's a learning curve. There's more training involved, more content, more videos, more practice. And these 2 particular strategies, the impulse, the scalping strategy is very objective. It's 4 steps. It's truly amazing. But it doesn't matter what strategy you have when there's news going on, okay? So I want to look back here. This is the 1-hour candle, okay? So I'm going to look at the 1-hour candle. So this is the impact that news can have, right? See this candlestick here, okay? Now let me go to the 5-minute. This is for people that anybody that was looking at charts that was doing anything, looking for opportunities on the impulse scanner today, right? Look at this candle, okay? So when somebody says, the question was, so if there's U.S. news, because I have a Telegram chat where I help folks on my team and I just kind of remind them about news, because you'd be surprised how many folks don't look at the news, okay, before they look at a chart. And I must admit, maybe I did that initially, but now it's like second nature. In fact, I probably look at the news a couple times a day. If I'm trading in the New York session or it's later, the Asian session, London session, I'll look at the news to double check. What's amazing is even on this impulse scanner, for those that are doing this strategy, you have a calendar right here. And one of the updates that the Academy announced was a new economic calendar that apparently is going to be amazing. So if you want more information on that, let me know. But in the meantime, we traditionally go to a couple different sites. The one that I use and I've always used is Forex Factory, okay? So the question was, if there is US news, does it affect, what pairs does it affect? Okay. Now you might think, well, that seems like fairly obvious question, but not necessarily. Okay. So my answer to him was, and this was a couple hours ago, was, well, any USD pair, right? So look at US CAD. We had news. All right. NZD USD. Now I haven't looked. There's the news. See? News. USJPY. It does not matter. Okay. News. Okay. This could have been news. Okay. In fact, it probably was 5-minute calendar. So any USD pair can be affected. So if it's for example, a CAD news, Canadian news. Okay. Well, every pair that has CAD in it can be affected. Okay. And that goes for metals. All right. So if it's USD news, then corn, well, corn probably, but I always like to trade gold, right? News. See this candle? News. So if you're in a current trade, let's say you're in a scalping strategy for 4 steps, right? You're first looking for the time frames, you're looking for the macro. See, a macro appeared after this news. Okay, so this is potential opportunity. We'll see how it plays out. All right, then you could have been stopped out because of the news. All right, so back to the original question is anything with USD you cannot, right, trade when there's impending news coming, period. Okay, now does it affect other pairs? That can be a very objective question. So let's look. All right. So there was definitely some US news. Let's look at AUD CAD. Boom. Now I can double check, but I'm pretty sure there was no AUD CAD news. So does it affect other pairs? Look at that. Yes, it does. Right? We're in a global economy, global markets. So if it's USD news or if it's CAD news, it can affect any pair at all. So you need to be aware of what trades you may be thinking about taking, whether it's the scalping strategy, whether it's fair value gap, whether it's smart money, it does not matter, right? Now, some members definitely got some winning trades this morning that I saw in our Discord group. You get access to our Discord community where folks are talking about potential opportunities, they're looking at charts, etc. Just reach me if you're interested in joining that. But as you can see, it does not matter what pair. It's US news, so that means you have to consider it news, okay? Be aware, right here. Look at that candle. Again, 5 minutes, okay? NZD USD, news, all right? But this is something to watch. So let me go right into the 4-step strategy of scalping, right? Right after the news, a macro formed, all right? So the 4-step strategy is step 1, all time frames are aligned 1 minute to 1 hour, all right? In this case, the 4 hour is aligned, all right? Perfect. Step 2 is a macro has appeared, all right? Step 3 is you're now looking for 4 red candlesticks with red arrows. I prefer it exactly connected, all 4 step by step, right? I don't do the 2 red, 2 blue, 2 red. Okay, I got my 4 red. That's just me, all right? I prefer to kind of stay within the rules. I want to see a retest because the markets work in a retest, all right? So I see 1 red here. These 2 in my world don't count, right? It has a blue arrow. It does have a red candlestick, but it has a blue arrow. All right. I want to see 4 red, 4 arrows. If that is the case, then you can potentially get in a potential opportunity on the first blue one back with trend, right? We talked about this yesterday. The market moves and there's always retests, right? Retrace, retest, whatever you want to call it. Okay, as it moves. Now, there's a lot of consolidation on the 1 hour here, and there's definitely a macro here. Okay, so the market retests a little bit, up, down, then it consolidates, up, then there's a retest, then it consolidates, then it consolidates. This can be considered maybe a retest, a retrace for several hours, back up. But a lot of this really is just consolidation. Okay. So those are the 4 steps to the scalping strategy. 1, 2, 4 red. So this was an opportunity that if you're a member of the team, this is something to keep an eye on. All right. Let me see if I see anything else. GBP USD. All right. Same thing. Interesting, right? After the news, where it kind of tanked a little bit, this macro arrows appeared. The trend is strong. Everything up to the 1 hour going to the upside. We're looking for a retrace, a stronger retrace, right? This is a retrace, but it's not strong enough. I need 4 red candles. I need 4 red arrows. Stick to it. Okay. Don't deviate from it. Do not deviate from the strategy. All right. One of the misnomers that I've found, whether it's smart money, etc., is one of the things that we have you do as a community is we have you do a journal. And it doesn't matter if it's this strategy, the fair value gap, the smart money, doesn't matter. And in these journals, all right, we sometimes, and it's habit, right? I did it when I first started. We like to break the rules. I got to find a trade right now. No. Okay. No, you don't. All right. You're looking for opportunities that fall into the category of proper strategy. That improves your success rate. When you deviate from that strategy, that's where you let your emotions get in the way. You fail to follow the strategy properly. And then you put your first, the actual trade at risk, your account at risk, your risk. So the answer is don't do it. Okay. And that definitely takes a little bit of practice. That's why when we have you join us, we're going to plug you in, and we have mindset stuff. That's very important. We have you retrading the zone. We have a Q&A session, by the way, for members that starts in 29 minutes. Be there if you're on the team. Okay. This is a paid announcement by Jeff Gasmer, right? If you can't watch live, go into our Discord community and post all your questions. The leaders get on a Zoom, and they will literally answer every single question. That's the support that you get when you join us. Okay. All right. Done with the paid announcement. All right. But you have to follow the strategy, whatever strategy you're following, and you have to follow it to the letter. You cannot deviate. You cannot, okay, I got to take a trade because I'm leaving for work in 20 minutes. Nope, not unless it follows the rules of that particular strategy. In this case, the 4-step scalping strategy. Okay. It is so important to your trading career. This is why we have you do a 25 trade block and submit to a leader. All right. The reason being is, and I've said this multiple times, and I'm sure some people who are watching can attest to that I've said this, is before even a leader, an experienced trader reviews it, you're going to find some things about yourself as a trader while you're doing the journal and after you complete the 25 trades, right? You're going to see some of the things that, wow, I'm pretty good at this, but I need to work on this, right? You're going to see it yourself before you even hand it to me, okay? Probably 8 out of every 10 journals I get, the people are telling me, I didn't do a good job here. I did a good job here. This is what I need to work on. I see what I'm doing. Let you take a peek, okay? So they're giving me feedback on their journal. So when you're just taking a trade and whatever lot size, you're not doing risk management, you're taking it on your phone or taking a signal, and you have no idea why you're taking it, your risk management, your mindset, how do you become a better trader, right? It's like anything. I coach, all right? If you want to be a good hitter, I coach baseball in the summers. I coached my kids growing up in all kinds of sports. If you want to get better at something, then you need to practice it. Right? The worst thing to do is start practicing, and in 2 weeks, I quit. I'm not going to be any good at this. Okay? Well, you have to practice. Okay? And this is one of the easiest strategies I've ever seen. And I have said this on every live that I've done, every video that I've done, and I'm going to do it again. Okay? You have to practice. You are going to lose trades. You don't get good at anything until you practice to master the strategy. Okay? That's why you do it on demo. I have probably talked to thousands of folks, whether they're members members of our trading team, non-members of the trading team, members thinking about joining the trading team. And you would be surprised at these horror stories that I hear about trading. And some of it is just very basic, guys. All right. It's proper mindset, proper risk management, the right strategy, right? If you're taking, the scalping strategy is a little bit different. You can take, several trades, during a day or during a week, because there could be several opportunities. But if you're on smart money and you're taking 15 to 20 trades a week, okay, I'm telling you that you're going to blow your account. You're over trading. So it's over trading. It's risk management, proper lot size. We have the resources there's free resources to figure out the proper lot size, right? And it's staying within the parameters of the strategy, okay? So for example, right, and for folks that can see me, bottom left-hand corner on your screen, all right? I call it about a frontage road, right? You have the highway. Anybody anywhere in the world probably has these types of roads. There's the main highway, and then you have a frontage road, right? Frontage road on the left, frontage road on the right, or you're getting to an exit, right? And you veer off to the right, I'm going to take a different road. Or you veer off to the left, I'm going to take a different road. Okay? That's the mistake folks make. That's the mistake folks make. Stay on the road. It doesn't matter if you join us and you lose 8 out of your first 10 trades, stay on the road. As our mentors have said, I consider I'm a leader. I always call myself a secondary leader. And if Jason's on here, he's always thinking, no, you're a leader. Okay. And I appreciate that. All right. You have to stay on the road. You're just not good enough at it, right? You're just not good enough at it. That's why you're practicing. But to deviate the road or look at the next shiny object or look at the AI or the free bot or this indicator or that indicator, right? You're in your own head. And mindset is crucial to trading. Okay? So I've got people that have not been on my lives before, so I want to go through 2 trades that I took, okay, that can show you that I wasn't good at trading when I first started. 2 trades, and I'm going to show you what they are. Okay? So I was in a crypto trade, all right? And obviously I cannot talk, our platform does not allow us to talk about money, lot size, stuff like that. We have to, we're just not allowed to talk about it. We can talk about pips, etc. So I took a crypto trade, all right? And for those that can see me, bottom left-hand corner, all right? And I'm managing the crypto trade from my phone. I'm not near a PC. I'm at the house. I'm working on dinner. And so I see that I'm in profit on the crypto trade. I take my stop loss off. I put my phone down. I do something in the kitchen. And then I hear, and I'm like, oh God, that can't be good. Okay. I was in profit. The trade reversed, maybe some news, something. Boom, I blew my account. And that wasn't on demo. That was real money. Because I got distracted, because my intention was to move my stop loss up, right? Because I was in profit. All right. Bear with me here a second. There we go. Okay. The second trade I took was a US 30. And again, not in front of a PC. I was managing it from the phone. I was moving my stop loss. I was in profit. And, now we have resources to help manage the trade, etc. And it goes all night. And I had my stop loss in profit. So if it reversed, great, right? If it reversed, fantastic. Okay. It doesn't matter. I have my stop loss. I'm in profit. I wake up the next morning. I pick up the phone. Oh my God. That's what I said. Oh my God. I probably said some bad words. Okay. I was really in profit. I mean, it moved in the same direction all night. And US 30, for those that are watching, I mean, I had a dumb freaking grin on my face. Oh my God. I got this. This is easy. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And obviously I moved my stop loss in the morning. It was a monster trade. Then I took another US 30 later that morning. Oh, here's another opportunity. It goes into profit. All right. And I moved my stop loss up. Then it reversed a little bit. Okay. And here comes the mistake that I made, where greed and mindset got in the way. I took my stop loss off. I know exactly where it was. I was driving to my dad's. Oh, wait, let me pull over. Wait, you got to manage this trade. Oh, I could do a lot better on this trade. So I took the stop loss off because, if the stop loss is too tight, it's retesting. Okay. And then it kept going the other direction. I didn't have my stop loss on. And it kept reversing. And it reversed. And it reversed. I'm like, oh, no. And by the way, I guarantee you all of you have done this. Okay. Anybody who's done actually any trading has probably done the same thing. Mine was real money. Oh, no, it's going to reverse. Oh, this is going to reverse. And all day I'm looking at it and I'm watching and I'm like, come on, are you going to reverse? Are you going to reverse? Are you going to reverse? It never reversed. I stayed with it to the end and I'm looking at my phone and it went to zero. All right. So anything that I gained from the previous trade, because I allowed my mindset to get in the way, I lost it all. This is like in the first 6 months of me joining the trading team. But I didn't give up because I saw the success. And I'm like, okay, so now I've just got to work on mindset. I've got to work on risk management. And I have to do a trade plan. So instead of just letting it stop out, that second trade, it was a profitable trade. I was going for the bigger move. That baby's still shooting up, shooting up. So there's 2 examples, okay? So if I can do it, you can do it. So part of it's the strategy, but part of it's your mindset, part of it's your risk management. Stop getting in your own way. And I see it every day, all day. Okay? Because trading is amazing. But you have to follow the basic rules. So for example, on this morning, right? How many people did not know the news, and maybe they were doing scalping, or maybe they were doing fair value gap, which is more smart money concepts, or maybe they were, I don't know, and didn't react to the news, right? This is the 1-hour chart. GU. Look at that. Look at that move. Okay? So you have to know, to answer the question from this morning, you have got to be looking at Forex Factory, and soon the Academy will have their own economic calendar. And here's one on the Impulse Scanner. Okay, here's one right here. You have got to know when the news is coming. All right? I'll answer one more question. There's another question. He's been a customer a long time. I don't see him on. I don't think he's on. But he asked me today. He's been waiting for a trade to activate. All right? Pending. I think it was a USD pair. And it's like, what should I do, Jeff? What should I do? Pending. Okay? And people like to play this game too. People like to say, okay, news is going to activate that baby, right? If it's a smart money move, right, it's possible, right? It's still 50-50. So I said I would take the pending off, wait for the news to settle down. We have a rule. Don't trade the first 30 minutes before news and 30 minutes after the news. Okay? Do not trade news. Now, as I explained yesterday, here's how news can benefit you. Okay? So let's say this is the 1 hour. All right? So let's just say, okay, and I'm just using this as an example because I've got this chart up. Let's say I had a smart money move. I got in here. Okay? And I'm writing this up. And I'm confident in my analysis. It's going to continue to go up. but there's news going to hit. Take the macro out, take the impulse. This is just a basic trade. So let's say I've moved my stop loss up to here. Okay, and I'm going to ride this consolidation out. So let's go, this is GU 124905. All right. And by the way, I've done this, and I guarantee you people who've traded before have also done it. Okay, where the stop loss is too tight and you get stopped out, right? Those brokers are sneaky, aren't they? But news can do it. So let's just say I'm up here and I've got my stop loss up here, okay, at 125487. Well, obviously I'm going to get stopped out. But if you believe, based on your analysis, whether it's top down, smart money, the scalping strategy takes bigger moves, takes smart money moves. The scalping it's kind of a misnomer on that adjective, right? There's bigger moves in scalping, for sure. We've seen it in our community. So let's say I took a trade down here and I just moved the stop loss up here, okay? Because I wanted to give it enough room for news and the retest. This is why you need to know when the news is, okay? So look, if I would have had my stop loss here, that news wouldn't have taken me out. And look, boom. And then if I'm in a particular trade on GU, see where it's at now, I probably got it here, right around here. And you can ride it. Now, maybe your mindset isn't set up for, maybe it stresses you out or you just want to like close that trade, go on with your day. It's up to you. If you have your stop loss, you can walk away from the computer. People have that misnomer. I got to stare at the computer. Let me stare at it. No, you don't. You don't have to stare at it. If you got your stop loss placed, go on with your day. Spend time with your family. Go to your job. Go out to eat. Sleep. Do nothing, right? Look what I did on US 30 several years ago. Slept. Woke up. Oh my, that was good. Okay? Go on with your day. So this is the one thing I think a lot of folks, even the ones that are successful traders, kind of miss, is thinking the little big picture here, right? Don't move up the stop loss so tight. All right? And you can have bigger moves and can survive the news. Okay? Now, another thing with the news, and I want to make sure that I get off this before our Q&A session for members that are watching. I appreciate everybody watching. Is if you're in a positive trade, and I'm going to show you an example, if I can find one. All right, let's go to GJ. Not really. Let's check out gold. Gold is always a good one. Okay. Let me go to, no, not really. Not really. So let me explain how you can benefit from news. And it's similar to what I just said about longer term moves. All right. So let's say, and take out this macro. This is just a gold move. You're in here. You're right in the middle of this move. And then let's say you give yourself enough stop loss room. And then gold, the news takes off. Right? News is coming and it takes off. That's where news can benefit you. Right? But you don't trade the news, but the news could help you in an existing trade that's already in profit. Do we understand? It's got to already be in profit. So what I will do is, again, similar to what longer term moves, when you're not having too tight of a stop loss, I will give myself more space. Okay? And then news could just stop with a big wick, could stop me out, or it could just take off. And then I can move my stop loss and boom. That's how you can benefit from news. But you should not take a trade 30 minutes before news, 30 minutes after news. No, no, no. Okay? But that's how news can benefit you. All right? These folks that you see online, I'm trading the news and making a killing. Please. Okay? Not happening. Okay? All right. Couple things I also wanted to point out for folks that are not familiar with this impulse scanner. I get this question almost daily. Does it work on crypto? Sure does. All right. So this is the 1 hour. Let me go down to the 5 minute. And I do not see a macro. This is a strong drop with the macro, but let me be also clear for members. Just because you see the macro does not mean, okay, I'm taking a sell. That's not what it is. Follow the process, okay? So I do not see a macro unless I'm missing it. I do not. So you can do the same thing, and they keep adding stuff here. I saw yesterday, the day before, somebody took a Doge, okay? A Doge. I have never traded Doge. I've never thought about trading Doge. But here's a macro. Now again, just all these trends are not aligned, so this is not a no-go. But of all these trends, 1 minute to 1 hour, right, trending down, this could have been the beginning of 4 blues. And then you could take the first red down, but it does not qualify. It does not have 4 blues. Then I get the question almost daily, does it work on indices? See, look at indices here. Which one is this? This is a franc. Okay, let me go to US 30. The US 30 is US dirty 30. So look at that. So the top of this candle is 39,575, and it went down to all the way to 39,403 in a 5-minute period, which I'm sure was news, right? Because Powell, US Treasury, spoke. And when he speaks, the markets go nuts. They go wacky. They go crazy. You should not be in any existing trades unless you're way into profit, just like I explained, right? You have no idea, okay, if US 30 is going to go down with the news or go up with the news. That's why you don't trade it, okay? But if you're already in an existing trade, enough in pips, and when I'm talking about, let's say pips, right? Gold, if you're in a trade that you're up 10 pips in gold, oh, Jeff, can I ride the news because it might jump? Okay, no. Okay, you should probably get out of that trade. That's not enough. I'm talking about if you're in gold for 100 pips and you have your stop loss 50 pips in profit, okay? Then you can consider seeing if news will boost you or take you out, all right? Either way, all right? So the question is, does it work on indices? Yes, it does. US 30, here's something to watch, 5-minute. Nope, it's not. Look at that. I caught myself. I did that yesterday. I was so excited to see trend and strength down and that macro. Whoa, but all time frames aren't aligned. All right. I also like to do SP 500. For those watching it at home, US 30 and SP 500 move basically the same way. Okay. Just US 30 is much faster, right? The one that doesn't always move the same way, has a mind of its own, is NAS 100. Now, speaking of NAS 100, before I get out of here, all right, hopefully everybody's gotten some value. All time frames aligned, including the daily. There's your macro. You're looking for 4 red. This one in my world doesn't count. Now, if some people taking it, do they consider that red? That's a blue arrow. I want 4 red. So you got a couple, and this one's really kind of blue. So if this one was a strong red, I would consider it. So something to watch. And then finally, does it work on stocks? I've never traded a stock in my life, folks. Not one. Okay. But I might consider it. I always like to look at Amazon. All right. Time frames aren't aligned. And let me look at Apple. It looks like everything's kind of going consolidating right now, especially in the 5 minutes. Go Boeing. Okay, Boeing is something to watch. All time frames aligned. There's your macro. You're looking for 4 red. Okay, all right. And I'm running out of time because for members, we have our Q&A Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you can't make it live, get your questions posted in Discord. And the link is on the team website. That's where you can get it. And you can join the session, ask questions to the leaders. Anybody who's on my personal team, they can reach me day or night. Sometimes I've gone up to go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock. I check in the morning. I check my phone. I answer the message. So I answer it fast. That's the response time you get because I take you joining seriously. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for me. We're about to get off of here and go on our Q&A. If you got value, please drop me a comment. Say, Jeff, thanks. All good. Love it. Great stuff, etc. If you are interested in joining us and you're not a member of the team, please reach me and I can get you more details. and get you started. All right. Again, thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day, and let's catch some pips. Take care.